Yeah, like that movie was creepy because the zombies didn't really look like zombies. They just like normal people with black eyes. I rewatched it a couple times. It's alright. But it's because it's the old movie. I think it's just me. I don't like old movies.
I like them. It just really depends on what's it about. Like I'm not just gonna watch some fucking cowboy opera and
Gone with the Wind style movies.
Rosa de Guadalupe.
What's up, guys?
Oh shit!
Welcome
what's up?
the Rosa de Guadalupe podcast.
You see the rose?
You see, we gotta turn the fan on a little bit higher so that we could get the wind. I gotta take my hat off and get my hair. So today we're gonna be talking about zombies. You know, my niece, she says zombie in Spanish. She says zombie.
Zombies.
Zombies. She'll be talking in English and then she says zombie.
I thought zoobies are zombies. Is that little like the fucking little shit? I think. I'm probably saying.
I was thinking freaking Zoomies, the store.
Oh, can you see how Zoomies?
Zoomies. So, over the course of pretty much our lifetime, we've actually seen. There's been a lot of zombie movies.
A good amount of movies. Yeah. A good amount of zombie movies, whether it's shows, movies.
Yeah, I think like in like early '90s, like there was, and before that there was like zombie movies every once in a while. And I think it's like they had like a bump up in the '80s because of the '80s. There's like a lot of rave zombies, a lot of
I think that was like the popular thing back then. With that,
it came out around the same time as like slashers did.
Michael Jackson's videos.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Oh yeah, freaking
Thriller.
But then like after the 2000s, like what happened? Zombie movies started popping off. It's like zombies left and right, and so we got a chance to see all those movies as they came out.
Yep.
We're gonna be talking about specifically ranking zombie movies,
like the best one. I would say
the best ones that you've seen, the worst one that you've seen, as far as TV show, movie. If you watch the zombie porno,
there's one like that.
There is one.
Send me the link. I'm kidding.
There's too many. I can't send them.
Oh shit. Left 4 Dead. Even games have came out with zombies. It's
games.
just like
a lot of really good games too.
Left 4 Dead.
The Last of Us is technically a zombie.
Resident Evil. I think Resident Evil started off with
Resident Evil also.
Then Left 4 Dead, and then
there's a whole bunch. The zombie genre has spanned so many years, so many different genres within genres, like as far as mutants, viruses, and honestly, like the blanket for zombie just like covers anything that's like things that eat you. Like things that get taken something in their brain and they
like
eat
a parasite.
you.
It could be a virus. It could be
And I don't know. I have my own personal favorites. But since there's so many, obviously we can't cover all of them. So we'll cover like which one would be like as far as TV show, favorite TV show, worst TV show, best movie, worst movie. You're the type of zombie that you like the most, because you know how there is like speed running zombies, there's mutated zombies, Resident Evil. There's
like the ones that fucking
shambling that just walk slowly. And I don't know, maybe you guys might agree with our style of what we grew up with, like the zombie
era. You would say like I would say for me, well, I'll start off with like the best. I would say movie for me, movie, and then I'm gonna start with the worst one for me. And I've always said this, and you guys know that I think Dawn of the Dead now, like the one that's not
the remake, the one that takes place in the mall.
Yes. Yeah. And I've said this before because we always have talked about it, just like random conversations that we've had at work. That always pops
up with zombies.
We're like, if there was a zombie apocalypse, what would you do? Where would you go? And I would always say the mall.
Yeah.
And when I seen the movie, I was like, perfect. Like this, literally, like. And I know they're not I think there's some walking, there's some running, I think, right?
Yeah, I think that one had a combination of both. Yeah.
So that would be fine with me, but I always told myself, like, if I had to pick somewhere, I would for sure pick a mall, because you would have food, you would have all the shit.
Yeah.
Sadly, in some malls, what's it called? I think Dick's Sporting Goods, they sell guns, right?
They actually stopped selling guns a couple years ago.
Yeah, so see, that's the only downside of it, because I know back then they used to have
back then you used to be gun stores.
There used to be gun stores in the malls.
Yeah.
And so that's the reason why I was like, okay, we'll do malls. You will have everything there.
Yeah. That's actually the norm in other states out of California. California, they ban. They didn't ban it, but a lot of stores stopped selling guns in places where it's like public.
So see, that's the downside. But overall, I would still pick a mall over everything. I would grab a couple of friends. and just put stuff there. But overall, I like the movie because it was based off at the mall and just the way it was made. Everything's going on. Homegirl was taking a shower, and next little girl neighbor covered in blood.
Yeah, covered in blood, freaking killing her husband.
Yeah, you just come out your neighborhood, everyone's running around dying and shit. First things first, she meets up with this police officer, I think, right?
Yeah, the guy that's like, fuck y'all.
Yeah, homeboy
that's my favorite character in that movie, dude.
Minding his own business. He's like, fuck this, I'm doing my own thing, and I'm for survival. So they, first things first, they see them all and they go in there.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the biggest place, maybe a secure spot that, the zombies won't be able to go,
Yeah.
And most likely people are thinking the same thing.
But everybody shows up by that once and stuff. Fight over the mall.
I think that one's probably my go-to because I was thinking, as we were planning this, I was thinking about Resident Evil, but throughout the Resident Evil movies, it just started evolving for them having technical.
Then it kind of started getting too out of hand.
One of the villains had superpowers, and it's just like, dude, like you should have just kept it as the first two.
Where there's like some big zombies, but
that's it. They came out with Nemesis, and just like, bro, come on. What other one I was thinking? I was thinking of there was a goofy one, Shaun of the Dead.
Oh yeah, that's actually one. I completely forgot about that one. That was actually
one's funny. Actually, really good one, funny, but I wouldn't consider it as one the one that I would pick. And then you got Last of Us.
Yeah, there's so many, dude. There's so many, and it's hard to pick which one would be your favorite because there's different styles.
Yeah,
and they're all made in different ways, like different takes on
takes of zombies. Yeah. So I would say for sure Dawn of the Dead was probably like one of my top ones. I would say that was probably one of the best zombie movies.
Like if you think like we're gonna go watch a zombie movie, like let's go watch Dawn of the Dead.
Let's go watch Dawn of the Dead. I would pick Dawn of the Dead. Now if I had to pick a worse one, would for sure be the Resident Evil franchise.
Oh really?
For sure. Yeah, because it's just like, dude, they went overboard with all like the fucking,
what's that thing, like the thing that was crawling around with its brain?
That one. Yeah, that one. You got a big ass fucking dog and shit. You got the dude Wester, whatever his name is.
Oh yeah, Albert Wesker.
We had powers, slow motion and shit. Like, bro, come on. Like,
and that kind of intros into the fucking Matrix with zombies.
With zombies, exactly. I think that's why I said like the first two Resident Evil movies were good. The one with the Raccoon City, and then
because they were still kind of tame. There wasn't so many.
Yeah, they had Nemesis. It was
the biggest thing was just the fucking Nemesis with the machine guns,
right? The machine gun. That's the only thing that was just like thrown off. But overall, I think those were probably like the worst ones that I thought.
Yeah.
Overall, like Shaun of the Dead was pretty funny. It was kind of cool. You had The Last of Us. You have where the zombie movies they had. They had even some like is it called Quarantine?
Quarantine was a really good series.
The ones with like the video camera.
It's like a lost
film.
From like point of view.
Oh
yeah, they call it found footage. Found footage.
The found footage movies, and it's like off of this like apartment complex or whatever. And
did you ever get to go to Universal Studios when they did the Quarantine?
Not sure. For Horror Nights?
For Horror Nights, yeah.
No, I was there when they had the attraction for The Walking Dead.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I remember. I think it was the one and only time I ever went to Horror Nights, and they had the building.
Oh, they did?
They had one building that was like kind of taped off, kind of like in the Quarantine movie.
Yeah.
And you go in and you walk through the floors and you go all the way to the top.
Oh, that's pretty badass.
And then you take an elevator that goes down, and then that's when you exit out. But you get to see like the whole progression of like when you go in, you see them taping up the walls and stuff as you're walking in. Like they tape up everything behind you,
and then the zombies.
Yeah, and then they have like the zombies in the rooms because each apartment had its own like specific zombie event that happened. And as you're making your way up the stairs, you finally get to the attic where like the experiment was, and then you take the elevator down and it kind of
because it was based off on that part, right? It was like either I think it was that or the basement. It was
in the attic. Yeah, there was like a scientist that released some virus
with that
and turned himself into a zombie, and he started spreading everything around. I remember that ride specifically because it's like the only time I ever went to Horror Nights. I think my top movie though, if I had to pick a top zombie movie, it would be 28 Days Later. With Cillian Murphy. I think that's my top.
Yeah.
Because they did so much with so little money.
Yeah.
It was the first time I think they had introduced a running zombie. 28 Days Later was the first
one.
Sprinting zombie.
Oh shit.
And technically, I guess they weren't zombies. They were like infected people with like a rage virus.
Yeah.
But they also introduced the whole bodily fluids. Like if you get the blood in your eye,
or anything in your mouth, or
the when they went to go meet with like the family, like the dad and the daughter, the dad ended up getting some of the blood in his eye and he turned into one of them.
Wasn't it because like a dead body that he looked up and
there was a dead body up on one of the scaffoldings and then it fell in his eye and he ended up turning into one. I believe that was the first movie also where that was introduced, the bodily fluids transferring
into your
the zombie virus or whatever.
Yeah.
All the empty scenes with like London being empty, and they didn't close any of the streets. I'm like, how the hell did they do that? Like,
that was crazy. Everything was trashed and everything.
Yeah, because they're like, we don't have the budget to close down London, especially specifically like where like Big Ben is, where the tower is.
Yeah,
and he's walking across the bridge. I'm like, how the hell did they film that?
That must have been like something like timing wise.
That timing is just like, there's no cars. Let's shoot right now.
Just trash it right now and just make it look like.
So we actually have experience where that.
Oh yeah.
Stop 9401.
9401. Yep.
We were filming at this bus stop. I had the camera across the street and we're filming and I'm like, all right, car. I feel like I'm playing soccer.
And then we would have to redo the whole scene.
reset everything.
Until we got a perfect shoot.
Yeah, we start filming again, car.
Yeah.
And I mean, that just comes with filming on a busy street. So now imagine they shot a full feature film like this.
Yep.
And
that must have taken like, they were for sure timing it. They're like, okay, there's pause right now. Let's do it quick.
Yeah, let's do it quick right now.
They for sure had a bunch of people ready, like with shit, just to
throw everything on the ground
and
that's set up.
Have him walk.
Yeah, and then someone walks through, like, all right, pick everything up and start all over again.
You also have to think of the time of the weather because the weather was kind of different. It was kind of gloomy and you know.
So I watched the behind the scenes that they shot that as if it was sundown, but it's actually sunset or sunrise. Sorry, it's not a sunset; it's a sunrise, and they shot that super early so that they could get the least amount of people walking around. But I don't know. I have no idea how they did that. It must have been like a once in a lifetime event happened. Maybe there's an event going on somewhere and most people were there or something. Because I do know that like during the beginning, especially here in LA, during the beginning of COVID, you couldn't walk through downtown LA. There was nothing.
Oh, that's true.
Empty streets.
Empty. It was dead for a cool while.
No cars, no nothing. So I can imagine that like a once in a lifetime event probably happened like that there to allow them to film stuff like that.
Yep.
Because it was a smaller budget film. They didn't have that kind of budget. And I don't know. I feel like that was like the introduction to Cillian Murphy also doing
his roles and being an actor.
He did a really good job as playing like the last guy.
Like he's like, what the fuck is going on? Because he just came out of the hospital.
Yeah, he just came out of a coma and he's like, what the
fuck
is going on?
Yeah, like where's everybody?
Yeah. Definitely. I would say that would be one of my top ones. I think the worst one that I didn't like, and I guess technically it would be considered a zombie movie. There's a movie on Netflix called Zombievers.
Zombievers?
Yeah. It's beavers that are zombies.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that. I've heard of Zombieland, but
no, it was Zombievers.
Zombievers.
Yeah, and I'll put the screen the poster thing here on so you guys can see it. It was a really bad movie. I was expecting it to be bad.
I'm guessing it fucking scored low. No,
it got like 2% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, bro. Yeah, no.
Yeah, and there's multiple ones like that. There's Zombievers. There's zombie strippers. There's Zombie Island. Because literally the zombie IP is so big that people just like throw zombie into whatever. Like, let's make a zombie. They'll make a zombie Sharknado.
Oh, that one was dumb as shit.
Yeah. So because there is so many zombie movies and you kind of already watch all them. I'm a big zombie movie fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and there's so many zombie movies available that I've already seen all the good ones. So I'm like, all right, I saw the A list movies. Let me go into the B list.
And that was just like,
now I saw the B list ones. Let me go C list. And now I got to like the D list movies with Zombievers, zombie strippers. Oh my god.
You're like, let me go back to
yeah, bro. Someone make a good zombie movie.
You don't have that. You don't see that a lot no more.
Yeah, no. I think the next movie that's supposed to be coming out and that has been confirmed is 28 Years Later.
Oh shit!
Cillian Murphy. They asked him if he would be willing to
like redo
come back for the role, and he said that he was willing to. And the director that did he only did the first one. I don't think he did the second one. He said he would come back, and he has started writing because he also wrote the story.
I wonder how that's gonna go.
Yeah, it would kind of tie in with 28 years later after the movie came out.
Damn.
After the first movie came out, I think it's gonna time up something with like almost with the 28 years.
28 years.
And
motherfucker gonna be old and shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, Cillian Murphy has aged 28 years since.
So it would work out.
Yeah, and he has gotten a lot more experience since then. He won the Oscar for Oppenheimer.
That's true.
And you imagine having an Oscar-winning actor in a zombie movie?
That's true.
It'll be the first time that's ever happened. I don't think it's ever happened before having an Oscar-winning actor in a zombie movie.
Right? No.
I think of off the top of my head, I can't think of any movies.
Maybe before that, but after, but no.
Never. I can't think of any, and so it'd be a crazy movie to see.
Yeah.
Imagine the original director from the first movie that did really well, come back to do another one with a Oscar-winning actor.
The same one they did it off with.
Exactly.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, and so it's something I'm looking forward to. I also know that they're doing the second part for World War Z.
Oh yeah, that one was good too.
Yeah, and I know that I supposedly they've been working on that one already. Mm-hmm. Who knows when that one's gonna come out? Because I know the first World War Z they took a long time to film.
Yeah.
And like pre-production, post-production, and that one took a long time to release. So maybe it'll be the same with the second one. It's just that there's so many zombie movies to watch, dude, and there's a lot of favorites, a lot of really bad ones.
Yep.
You know, it was another one that I saw that was bad was Day of the Dead.
Day of the Dead.
Yeah, it's this zombie apocalypse obviously happens in this town, and then these people in the town go into like a abandoned missile silo.
Yeah.
And there's like scientists in there that were creating the virus or something like that. Mm-hmm. That one was a really bad one too. It's supposed to be based off of the original, like it was a remake of an old one that came back like in the 70s.
Oh, so it's like kind of just like following up with that one.
Kind of like Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead being the remake of a really, really old one.
Yeah.
And that one was really bad too.
Now I do want to see the original Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna take a look at it after.
It's different. There's a part where because it came out like in like the 70s, I believe it came out in the 70s. Mm-hmm. There was like kind of some racism in there, because it shows the military raiding, completely different from the remake, a military or like police raiding an apartment complex with a whole bunch of Colombian people or like Puerto Rican people in there, and the cops are killing all the Puerto Rican people or Colombian, they're Latino people, and the zombies are in there. They don't know that there's zombies in there too, so they're killing all these people that are shooting back, and out of nowhere they run into zombies inside the. And there's specifically one part where there's a cop that he's like wrestling with some dude or whatever, and the dude is a zombie, and the dude kind of pulls his shirt down and he bites his shoulder, and it looks like a fucking marshmallow, bro. Where he bites it, it's like
he's like, let me bite that.
Yeah. It looks like all super soft. The guy's like,
He's like fucking. He's like, delicious.
Yeah, it's not until like the second half of the movie where they make it to the mall.
Oh,
so there is a lot of stuff that happens right before, but I would say it would be cool to see like the origin of. There isn't a lot of similarities. I don't know if you remember the remake of Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
Where there's a guy that's talking on the news that he's like, when the dead rise or something like that. When there is no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth. Do you remember that? There's a black guy talking to like a news report for like a gospel thing.
Yeah.
How do you think your God will judge you? Well, friends, now we know. When there is no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
Yeah. So that guy is actually the lead actor from the
fucking way.
The original. Yeah.
That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick.
Obviously like 20 years later.
Older. Yeah.
But he's the same
wow,
actor. Yeah.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, I would say definitely to watch it just to see that like, I've watched the old movie.
Huh.
It's an old movie, so I don't know how you feel about those. Like sometimes get bored.
No, I mean, it's worth to look, and if I do that, I'll be like, okay, later.
Yeah, like
back to what I was watching earlier.
Watching into the part until they get to the mall.
I know. Huh?
No, the mall part is actually the best part of the movie. The beginning, it's kind of hard to watch the whole thing because the beginning part is kind of slow up until the mall part.
Oh, I see.
And then it's the old-fashioned style zombie where they're like pale with like the dark eyes
and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's still a zombie movie, and so
it's something to
watch different, especially if you haven't seen it. If you've seen all the good zombie movies, you're like, well, there's nothing else to watch now. You start lowering your standards a little bit. You're like, let's watch some of the crappier ones now.
And you're like, go bored, and you're like, oh, you know what? Like for me, I think I would have been like, yeah, that's it for me. I'm just gonna go back to the way I was.
Yeah.
Let me go watch Resident Evil.
So now another movie that I don't know if you've seen that. Have you ever seen The Crazies?
The Crazies.
The poster, the movie poster was a pitchfork dragging on the floor.
No.
Oh, so I would definitely recommend watching that one too.
That was zombie too?
That's also like an infected rage virus style,
The Crazies.
Yeah, the Crazies. Like this town. It's like a town out in the middle of nowhere. Mm-hmm. And I forgot how the zombie virus comes in, but the military ends up coming in and quarantining everybody, not allowing anybody to leave. And when people try to leave, the military ends up killing a whole bunch of people.
Oh shit!
And like the zombies end up getting out. And then there's this family that's in there trying to, I think it's a couple with like a daughter, I think, or I forgot what it was. But they're trying to leave because they end up finding out that the military's going to nuke the town. They're literally going to drop a nuke on the town to kill everything.
Oh shit!
With soldiers and all, so nobody can spread the virus.
Damn.
And yes, it's called The Crazies. I'll definitely.
Yeah, send it to me.
It's more a horror movie than it is. It's more horror than it is like a traditional zombie movie. Yeah, because there's people that are like infected, mm-hmm. but they like use like weapons and stuff like that. Like,
oh, that's why they have like the
pitchfork. Yeah, they're going around killing each other. And I would consider that kind of like a zombie movie because it spreads through like a virus.
And how old was this movie?
This movie came out like 2008. I think.
Shit!
Yeah,
that's not that
yeah,
long.
It's not that long ago, but I would definitely recommend it.
Yeah, I'll check it out. If I find it first before me, then you can always just send it to me. And
it is in that same genre movie. It's like one of those movies that wasn't so popular. Mm-hmm. Remember I told you I kind of started lowering my standards and started watching the B movies. It was in that B movie category, and then I finished all of those and I went to another one. The last one that I saw was Zombie Island, where there's a rave.
Oh no, I'm thinking about Dead Island.
Dead Island, the game.
The game.
No, this one is there's like a rave at a little island or something like that, and there's like a zombie outbreak in there.
Bro,
it's freaking partying zombies and shit. It was.
They're like still dancing and shit.
It was the stupidest thing I've seen in my life.
You're like, why did they make this
I think it's kind of like a consequence of having watched all the good movies.
Yeah.
And
then going
like,
to the bottom
going to the lower one, like, wow, come on, man.
You're like, come on, how you can do this?
Someone make a zombie movie. Come on, man.
We're making a zombie movie. Well, we were making a zombie movie. We were
making one. Maybe we can go back to it. You remember I told you I had that. I don't want to give spoilers because that might be the next project, but the spoiler, the found footage style zombie one.
True.
Never know. Maybe that
might happen.
Yeah, that happened.
You guys just gotta stay tuned for that.
But that's zombies. That's zombies for you guys.
If you guys have anything that you guys kind of relate to, let us know.
Any recommendations for movies that aren't A-tier zombie movies so we can watch them? Because there's no more zombie movies for me.
Even like little found footage movies too. Yeah. Like we're into that. If you guys want to let us know, we'll check it out.
Yeah, specifically because it's about to be Spooktober.
Yes, sir.
And we want to watch these
zombie
scary movies or I don't know, anything horror movie. We can watch those. We could talk about them on the podcast.
Yep.
We could talk about them on the Blue Room next month. I don't know when this is gonna come up. Maybe in a couple days.
Just stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
As long as you follow, you'll get the notification when we post.
You're gonna see the Halloween series. I don't want to give too much, but if you like campfire stories, if you like spooky experiences, if you like costumes, also we're going to be doing the costume contest. Send your costumes to the Instagram. I'll link the Instagram in the description so you guys can send your costumes. I don't know, should we do like a freaking gift card?
That'd be pretty cool if we did like a little gift card giveaway.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a gift card.
Yeah, so send us, send you guys this picture, we'll post
costumes. Send your photo with you going like this, so you're not sending us photos
of someone else's.
Someone else.
Yeah,
send us this.
And no photo crop, anything. Yeah, no photo if it's real or not. We want you guys wearing it.
Your costume ideas.
Yep.
I don't know, we'll think of maybe a little prize or something for Halloween.
Just to make it a little exciting.
Yeah, and then keep an eye out for those horror stories. Watch the other review rooms. Watch the porno room. We're gonna do that. Well, we should start that.
Nah, I don't think
we're gonna start that. We're gonna start. You got no choice.
Can I film it? Can I just be the light guy?
We're gonna do it.
Can I be the guy with the microphone?
We're gonna be talking about genres. That's what we're gonna be doing.
And I don't know.
Yeah, genres, positions. Dude.
Yeah,
we got at least like 40.
I'll be with the mic, and the mic just comes into camera. I'm like,
sorry. And then in a couple weeks, we might actually hit our 100th episode.
So we might do something crazy.
Yeah, so we might do something crazy for. We're gonna do the first porno review.
Yo, nah. We should do like a live kind of thing.
Yeah,
like
maybe we'll do a live episode. Yeah. And we'll see. We'll answer your questions. We'll talk about the bullshit that we're always talking about on camera. Yep. We'll do that live.
Fun. We'll take you guys with us and just enjoy our day.
I gotta figure out how to set up this live stream multi-camera. We're gonna need a moderator to kind of
do that.
Adjust those cameras. But we'll try to figure that out, and then we'll see you guys next episode.
You guys take care. Thanks for watching.
For the ASMR.
Thanks. Thanks for watching.
Episode.
Now go eat.
Brain food.
He said brain.